Were the high flyers breeding for you, or?
Well, yeah, he was breeding all of them. He was a busy little beaver, but he wasn't taking care of the babies. I had two pairs of babies, and he was off goofing off with the rest of them.
You had
So
how many hens for that one cock?
there was four. I think originally when I got them, see, I got a half a dozen of them, and there was two cockbirds, and the one cockbird, he just bothered the heck out of the other guy all the time. I'm not sure what happened. Oh, wait, yes, I am. He got his foot stuck in the bottom of the cage. That was kind of sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was like a 1 in a million place to do it too. It's got bars that are an inch apart, so nothing should get stuck. But he got it stuck right where the feeder is. It was a drag.
I've been trying to reach out to some different high flyers groups on Facebook and trying to find an expert on there, even like a club or something. I mean, I know it's a competing bird. I wanted to talk with somebody who's actually active in a competition level with these birds. So
we might have to hit up Rudy. Rudy, if you're listening.
Oh, okay, Rudy.
We might have to hit you up. Yeah.
Yeah, an AZ here, a local guy. Yeah, but that's the thing. I feel like I see high flyers all the time, but I was unable to find any sort of high flying club or anything like that. Not like how you guys have roller clubs everywhere and compete nationally and even internationally, and obviously race clubs and stuff are pretty easy to get into, even fancy stuff. But, yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like maybe it's one of those ones that we just don't know about yet. It might be there.
We just don't know about it yet. Just don't know about it yet.
Hey, I didn't know there was roller clubs. I mean, straight up. When I got my rollers, I was like, cool. Now what?
Well, I'll tell you,
a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah. So now you're an official roller with the VFRC, the Velocity First Roller Club. I'm gonna plug their show real quick here. Do not really word on the wire segment, but here they're doing a lawn show April 13th, 2024, 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock at 7611 East Jenan. I'm saying that right? Jenan Drive in Scottsdale. I'll just say this, they put on a heck of a lawn show, man. They do a really, really awesome raffle stuff, and they do auction off really good birds. I've always told everybody that's, if you're really getting into roller birds, you got to go to a roller club, go to their auction, get their birds there. It's not necessarily you're getting calls because they judge these birds too. You can see them fly actually too. So that'll be a good show. I'm definitely going to be going. I think you're required to go as a member, right? And you're going to be flying.
I'll be there. The fly, I believe it's the World Cup qualifier. It's going to be that weekend for us. And we'll, after the last guys are done, and I think I'm probably one of the last ones. Maybe not. I don't know.
You got to be like the farthest guy out there, aren't you? I mean, off the map.
I don't know, man. I'm not sure. A lot of them are on the west side, though. I do know that. But anyway, yeah. So we'll do the World Cup qualifier that weekend. I think it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then while the judges are still here, they'll be at the lawn show as well. So that'd be kind of cool.
Sweet.
Yeah,
that'd be good too. Do you know who the judges are? You know what their names are?
You would ask.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, you would ask. When we had the discussion at the meeting, as I recall, it's a gentleman that was present when the rule book was written or the scoring system was put together, and that could be it'd be pretty cool because we want input on quality stuff and that kind of stuff. Somebody that can explain why it's why we're being judged that way and how it's supposed to go down and what to expect. Be great to have somebody that was there when the system was put together.
Yeah, definitely. That's cool, man. Yeah, we're gonna be we got a few episodes in the works. The more roller based. I'm gonna be reaching out to Sam Smitty. He has a really good YouTube channel for roller guys, and he's also come out here and judged you guys. He's been a judge.
Sam was just here last weekend.
Yeah, I know. I saw that he was just here too. But yeah, here or in Europe, whatever, we do all these over the phone anyway. So, and then Brian McCormick, we're gonna have him on. We're just trying to work out. That guy's a busy guy with shifting schedules and stuff, so it's been kind of tough, but he's agreed to come on and talk with us, so that'll be a good one too, getting him on here. Trying to bring balance. We've been doing some racer guy stuff, and so we'll do some roller guy stuff. We'll get back into some fancy guy stuff. We're going to be having a judge come on for that. And then, like I said, we're trying to find some high flyer stuff, but we'll keep looking. We'll find something.
I want to find some people, some regular old everyday pigeon fanciers to come on here and tell me their stories about why they keep pigeons and what they love about pigeons and what their favorite pigeon's name is.
That's right. We talked about that. Yeah, that's we'll put it out there for bringing on anybody. We use our Facebook a lot. That's kind of where a lot of activity happens. We got other social media platforms, but we're going to put a request out there for anybody who listens who'd like to come on. And yeah, because we even talked about bringing a microphone to some of the shows and just stick it in people's faces and asking them about their pigeons and being in a club and all that stuff. That'd be
so. If you're out there and you want your 10 seconds of fame, you come on our wee podcast and be a guest. Let's talk to you. We want to. It might be entertaining for you to share your stories about your pigeons, and not everybody have to listen about ours all the time.
Well, I'll tell you, man, cool. It's been we've been doing some interviews, and we haven't really had a chance to just sit down and kind of shoot the breeze a little bit, so it's kind of a load off. And no, I think that's cool. I mean, pigeon stories are always cool, and everyone has such different ways of doing it and why they do it. But yeah, we'll definitely be putting some feelers out there for that.
For sure. I rehomed my new rollers. I got a kit of birds from a fellow in the club. He stepped away from the birds for a little bit, and I got a chance to get some Higgins 100 blood, which should cross well with what I have now. So we're going to start kind of trying to make a family out of that. I'm not having the best results with my turners, so that's good, because I've got something that should cross well into the other stuff I'm working with. The Weavers.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Well, see, Weaver has Higgins blood in it, so it should work out. What else you got there, Phil?
Well, I want to talk about the hurricane show. Right when I came back from the hurricane show, we already had a couple of other interviews lined up, and I didn't want to chew the time up with that. I wanted to get those interviews knocked out, but man, the hurricane show was awesome. We had to wait a day because of the big snowstorm that came through, but we got up there. We set up our table for the podcast on Friday, and then on Saturday, I don't have my paper in front of me, but it was like 700 birds entered, and then a bunch came in later. It was closer to 800 by the end of it all. Lots of different breeds. It's always cool when you get to see breeds in person that you've read about and stuff. Got to meet up with Bob. That was really cool to finally meet him in person.
Yeah, kind of bummed I missed that opportunity.
Yeah, that was cool to kind of get to talk with him. He was busy though. He was judging with his club and just kind of all over the place. He was really putting in some work over there, but I got to sit and talk with him for a little bit. I missed Mike from the NPA Legacy Fund. I guess he was there, but we didn't cross paths. We were probably walking past each other.
He was probably avoiding you.
Right. He's like, oh man, he almost saw me.
Fancy jacket. Yep. He says, I got a white coat. He's got a coat full of pigeons.
Right.
Hey, no, but the display that you had on the table was cool. I like that.
Yeah. No, it
kind of bummed I wasn't there.
Yeah. No, it would have been a lot more fun if you were there too. People were asking about you, and I was like, oh, he
doesn't really exist. He's AI.
That's a Chat GPT program right there.
For sure.
But no, I mean, it was good. We got to meet some listeners and stuff. Actually, this is pretty cool. One of the people that came up and was saying how they like the podcast, a younger guy, he actually won second place in the junior with his Mindian fantail. So that was pretty cool.
Nice.
So
what color was it?
Obviously the podcast works. It was a red, a young hen. It was a nice looking bird. Yeah, nice. He got second place with it. So there you go, man. There's proof in the pudding. Nice. Podcast listeners are winning shows, guys. Come on. There's obviously something to it.
Yeah, definitely. If you listen to us, your chances of winning a show are dramatically increased, especially if you have a good imagination.
Facts.
That's right.
It was cool, man. It was encouraging too. A lot of people were, kind of giving us good feedback on the podcast. So I appreciate that. And, just getting a chance to, go to a show like this and represent the podcast. I really enjoyed that. It's funny though. A lot of the people I talked to didn't even really know about our Facebook or didn't use Facebook, which I get. I know a lot of people don't like it. That is kind of where we do a lot of our activities through, though. So it kind of, makes it hard sometimes. But yeah, no, it was a good show. It was
So
a lot
check
of fun.
out absolutely, if you're on Facebook, check out our Facebook. Sorry to interrupt you, Phil.
No, yeah.
I totally just burned you. Check it out. Get yourself on there. We're right as of right now, participants are allowed to participate, but we may have to change that because people are weird, especially participants, and they're doing some naughty stuff that they shouldn't be doing. And if it becomes problematic, we're probably going to have to do it so that it's a membership thing. It's not because we want to, it's because people don't know how to behave themselves. So that being said, are we doing sales on there?
Not yet. I posted a link to some of the merch in a comment one time. I haven't posted it on there. You think I should just put it up there?
I mean, I don't see why not. We got nice design on some t-shirts and stuff that Phil's been working on, and he probably put that up. As far as selling pigeons on the page, I don't think that's the place for it.
No, it's absolutely not the place for you. This is the main thing. Like I said, a lot of the activity that we do is for the listeners to, interact. Definitely it's a community, but it's also for people to post questions and stuff like this. I mean, so I'm gonna segue right into this here. So Miguel Perlita, he's a member of the Arizona Pigeon Club up here too. He's all about the giant runt. He has a really cool giant runt tattoo. Remember that from the 1980 standard on his arm? So Miguel, I know that you're a big giant runt fan. Hey man, we're doing an interview with a giant runt national and PA master breeder, judge of that breed. So that's going to be a cool episode. Cheryl Barnaba, she asked us to bring Frank McLaughlin on. He's a YouTube racing pigeon guy, so we got him coming on. Gary West asked about Marge Sapp, and we got her coming on. Austin Hermanson asked about show and roller judge. We're getting both of those on. We're still working on a couple. I know we got a lot of requests, crossing families, getting Bob and Mike French on there, Forrest Miller, Michael Ayers. They've been asking about that. We're still working on that, and there's a couple other ones we're still working on. But we're actually trying to condense it a little bit more too, so we can bring a couple of different experts on even to one episode and give you guys twice the amount of information in one episode. So that's what the Facebook is really there for, to put it out there, and we'll try our best to get you what you guys are looking for to help. Because I mean, when I first started, man, I had a lot of problems. I wasn't really doing fancy breeds or nothing, but I had a lot of issues. I was actually doing a talk with this dude in Sri Lanka on the WhatsApp, just trying to get advice, because he was the only person that would give me advice for some of my pigeon issues. It was ridiculous with the time change and stuff, trying to communicate. But so I like the fact that hopefully this does help somebody, especially.
How much money did you have
started.
Send him?
Oh, it wasn't much, dude. It was just enough so that way he could get his fiance out of prison, and then it was just that way I can become up there and become my own prince, and just a little bit of money orders here and there.
That's how you got the Pigeon Palace.
Yeah, that's right.
Nice. Totally joking. That guy's listening, and we're totally joking.
Right, I know.
Thanks
that's
for
right.
helping Phil out. You're his friend in Sri Lanka.
That's right.
And I just having fun, guy.
I mean, I'm sure Sri Lanka's on that list. It's like, we're in almost 40 countries that got listeners now. So
this is so crazy.
Yeah.
Is one of them countries Texas?
No, that country is a little bit too wild. I don't know if they got Spotify. Does that country even have internet right now? They're just starting off, I think.
I ain't sure, man.
I was talking with my friend in Texas about that, and he's like, we always play that card, but nothing ever happens.
I pretty much narrowed it down around here to just a few fancies and my rollers and my racers.
You've been really cleaning house, man. What do you got left?
I mean, I still have horsemen. I got a baby horseman, man. That's the first activity I've gotten out of them, and I have had them birds since the 4th of July. They're finally starting to reproduce. It's super cool. My horseman that I've just been flying and just having out kind of as a pet, he molted out so nice. He's a beautiful bird. You know, they're a really breed, rather aggressive, but they're a really cool breed. I've had him out and I've been flying him around the house. He's going to need a lot of exercise. You know, I don't think he's ever been flown. He's like 4 years old.
Yeah.
But, you know, I mean, you're in a loft and your whole life, you know, I'm sure that's a big learning curve, and he'll probably never be as good a flyer as a young bird will.
Yeah.
Just because he's not used to it.
Yeah.
But he's cool.
I'll take our house.
It's a really cool breed.
He's, you know, he hangs out with us on the perch upstairs, and, you know, he sleeps in a cage at night, and every now and then I'll take him out, and especially when I release my racers and they're doing laps, he gets all fired up and tries taking off, and he's a Central Asian tumbler, so he'll be flipping in the air and stuff. The other day he flew like the most I've ever seen him. He did like 2 laps around the house and then came down. You know, he was whooped.
Now, does the bird go back in the cage by itself?
Yeah, I'll leave the cage open and he can walk right into it.
Nice.
Yeah.
See, I don't. These guys, they wouldn't. I don't think. Well, yeah, I guess the ones that have eggs would. They'd go back in, but most of the time they like to chill on top of the bookshelf.
Well, he'll go in because we'll have him out like, you know, half a day or all day, and he'll just go in just because he's hungry. He'll go in there and start eating. You know,
that's good. Yeah, that's cool, man. That's easy to manage. A lot of times these dorks, they just want to sit on top of the cage or sit on top of my bookshelf or something.
Yeah,
that's less than ideal.
Oh, I did pick up a pair of Indian fantails from the Hurricane show. They had a pretty good note. I'm sorry, they're the Mindian, not Indian. They're the smaller ones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're the smaller ones. Yeah, they had a pretty good for sale section out there. The prices dropped dramatically at the end of the show. You know, that one guy had a dry erase board and he was out there, you know, 20, 10. I walked by one guy. You want some free pigeons? Don't say that,
right?
And I'll be like stacking pigeons.
Still can't pass up the $10 pigeon.
Oh man, and the free pigeon? Are you kidding me? Its head can turn all the way around, but it's free.
Man, there's some deals. Well, you know that nobody wants to take them home. I come here to move some birds.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's
got to be a drag to not be able to, you know, even get anything out of them. But
yeah. Well, like you say though, I mean, if they're coming up there to, you know, with these birds already kind of gone in their mind. Actually, Norn picked up some of those American Bohemian powders from Ryan Bateman. And those are such cool birds, dude. The way I like their colors. I like magpie pattern and stuff. And he got a pair of black and whites. But just the way they globe up, it's so unique to other powders, you know, where some go like beach ball crazy, like Norwich croppers and stuff. And these guys,
you're saying your powders are better than, more unique than my powders, huh?
No, I'm saying my son's powders are more unique than yours.
Ooh, what's up, Norn? Now, I'm looking at a bunch of beach balls over there right now. Yeah. Those dorks. Yeah, they're the shield croppers. They're over there all puffed up, hanging out. It's a cool breed. My roller that was raised by the Satinets, he's big enough to go outside now. He's cool. Got a little white mask on him.
Nice. And Norn put his in that breeding cage that he had those rollers in, that cage that you made. And then that's connected to an aviary also. And so, dude, they got like a pigeon mansion, man. They go into this, like, I don't know. How many birds? Just the 2. He just got a pair.
He's got 2 in there.
He's got 2 in there, man. I mean, it's like, how big is that cage that you made? How big was that? Do you remember?
It's it's like about 8 foot wide.
Right.
3x8 or something.
And it's got 2
3x8 or
aviaries.
4x8.
And it's got
Might be
aviaries on the
4x8.
sides of it. And then it's got a heap. We connected that big walk-in aviary also. So
Nice.
yeah, they got space. Hopefully they start breeding and stuff, and he gets some
What is
young
that
ones.
aviary? Old fly pen for game fowl or what?
Yeah, I think so. This guy who I got it from was doing all kinds of pheasants and stuff like that. I mean, he had a whole like bird factory going on out there, and he was selling these pins and for cheap, so I had to grab one.
Awesome. That's the way. Like I haven't put any money in materials in building these lofts. They're just scraps. Everything I've collected. It's cool when you can do it that way, because God knows they could get expensive fast if you were buying that stuff. Some of them lofts are amazing.
Yeah, no, that's all my stuff is. I mean, the one, I guess I had those 2 kit boxes I made for Nora, and those were specifically for it, and they were actually built up that way. But I mean, my stuff is all repurposed. They worked.
Them birds got a whole shoot. You could probably rent that out. You got enough space in there. They could have some roommates and stuff and collect rent.
Right now, I'll do a pigeon B&B, man.
There you go.
Or Airbnb for pigeons.
Airbnb.
Yeah,
bird and breakfast.
I want to do my next loft. I've talked to you about this before, but I
You
put it up on the parlor
joke.
roller thing. But I wanted to do a parlor roller loft because it's different. I mean, these birds never fly, and everything's on the ground, so the floor, however I do the floor, is going to be important. Having a little bit of an aviary for them to go walk around and get some sunshine, put their bath pan out there and stuff like that. So nothing major.
You know what I would do? Get a shuffleboard, Phil.
You say shuffleboard?
Shuffleboard. It could be a parlor roller themed shuffleboard.
Oh, and just roll them into a hole. I like it.
Shuffleboard. Or a
I was thinking
find some old bowling alley floors.
I was thinking skee ball. You got to get him to roll up a ramp. You got to put some force behind it.
Oh, I love skee ball. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. The Pratt's over there on the east side. It's in an old Chuck E. Cheese. They had lots of skee ball there.
Nice.
Anyway, walk back into the back closet, and they actually still have the Chuck E. Cheese back there.
Oh wow, that's not freaky at all.
No, and stuff nightmares are made of.
So the other day, I told you we were in the shop having a cigar, and Carla was like watching the birds, and she was like, "How do these pigeons mate?" So I was like, "Well, check this out, right? I'm gonna bring this up here real quick." So because she Googled it, Here.
Its longevity. The
Can you
female
hear
crouches
this and see
down
this?
to try and present a stable
Yep,
platform.
I can hear it and see it. I'm curious to see if we can hear it and see it on.
Pigeons don't have a
the
penis
recording.
with vagina-type sexual organs. Instead, they have cloacal openings, which are used for urination, pooping, laying eggs for the females, and mating. Once the male
This is
That's
from
dirty.
back,
They
Pigeon.
do it all in the same spot.
at the meeting
Yeah.
of their cloacas. This is called a cloacal kiss. Afterwards, males will
This is
often
great.
engage in a display called clapping. They soar into
Yay.
the sky and bring their wings in a clapping motion. Pigeons, like some other animals, don't have a separate set of sexual or reproduction organs. Everything is tied to their anal tract, called the cloaca.
Oh, perfect.
Also sometimes called
You got to drink
canal.
every time they say
It is a
cloaca.
channel or canal which serves the birds as a digestive, excretory, and reproductive tract. It isn't
That's
a
the new drinking game.
as it has a double function of carrying male sperm to the female's ovaries. The male pigeon has exactly the same, which makes sex awkward. The cloaca
Burn.
is a male and female pigeons possess in both birds, into which the intestinal, urinary, and genital tracts open. In male pigeons, it also houses the testes. In female pigeons, the ovaries.
Gonna have to change
In
the
both
rating on the
genders, when
podcast
they are
after
ready to
this.
mate, their testes and ovaries swell or inflate.
The
respectively.
thing is
When the
the words aren't what's funny. It's the way the way she's saying it.
Right, yeah.
Like her cadence is way off.
Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Cloaca.
The testy. Come on.
A brief time.
They both have the same thing.
Difference
It's great.
between males and females is by looking at their cloaca. Both
Take a drink.
swell during the breeding season, but the males tend to inflate more as they produce and hold their sperm there. The sexual act itself tends to look like a pair of untrained acrobats trying to perform.
I like that.
To present a level and stable platform for the cock to clamber into.
It's the most awkward piggyback ride ever.
For the cock to clamber into.
Yes.
She may also bow or bob her head to maintain balance and help the male.
Teamwork.
As neither has actual sexual organs,
Makes
it
the
takes
dream
place
work.
as a
There it
meeting
is.
of their cloaca. The male stands on top of the female's back, lowers himself, and arches to get into position. She makes herself ready by shifting her tail feathers aside to expose her cloaca. As this is an awkward stance and both are trying to maintain balance long enough to perform, the male does a lot of wing flapping. When both cloaca touch and rub against each other, a fleeting meeting called a cloaca
Is that 2
kiss.
points?
The male's
Oh,
sperm
definitely.
is transferred. The female sucks it into her own cloaca
And drinks
travels
stout.
along the track to her ovaries. Both birds will probably stay sexually excited for a week or more, and their mating will probably take place several more times to make sure of success. It's worth mentioning that contrary to the urban myth, pigeons do not die after mating.
Wait, did you know that was an urban myth?
I had no idea. I thought they just died every season because of the PMV.
Right, yeah. I didn't know it had anything to do with breeding. That was new to me.
Awkward and funny it may be, but judging by the number of pigeons in the world, it can be seen that it is a highly effective method of reproduction. They may look comical strutting and waddling around on the ground, but when it comes to the survival of the species, you have to take your hat off to these pigeons.
I just wanted to share that with
The cloaca.
Wacka. There, now everybody.
That was intense, Phil.
That was, and that was just the. So me and you got the video on it, but sorry guys, you just get the humorous audio.
Are we gonna get copyrighted for that? For
that was
kissing
from
cloacas?
That was from Pigeonpedia, everybody. So there you go. It's all disclosed.
Pigeonpedia. Shout out to Pigeonpedia.
Yeah, on YouTube. Informational videos.
Cloaca. This is good stuff.
Yeah. Now you know.
Hey, so one of them homers that I found, one that came from like 35 miles away, I turned it loose and it came home. He came back here.
Oh, really? How far did you drop them?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's never been out before, but it should have gone away, I think.
He likes
it came
man.
back.
That's good, man.
He likes it. Yeah. So, I mean, that's cool. And I got a white homer that I have seemed to have successfully resettled. He's sticking around, coming back. He's trap trained. It's pretty cool. The other one, I mean, I suppose it's trap trained. I didn't trap train it.
I saw a guy
Somebody-
doing someone on Facebook dropping roller pigeons, doing a release on roller pigeons, but he said he was only a couple blocks away from his house to help get them to kid up better.
How's that work? Explain that to me. That's interesting because
Yeah, I've never heard of people doing that.
roller
But,
pigeons aren't typically released birds.
right. I mean, even a couple blocks ain't that big of a deal. That was news to me. I didn't know if you've ever heard that or not. You're more in the roller community than I am.
I don't know anybody that is releasing their rollers, across the street or whatever.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that. I mean, I've been told a few people that, if you get an issue, take them so far away and turn them loose. But I don't feel like that's something I'm gonna
Try it?
do very often.
No.
Yeah, they know where they live, and rollers are pretty easy to settle.
Yeah.
Kidding, I guess if you had a problem with them landing everywhere,
Yeah.
maybe if you can get them in the air somewhere where they're not familiar, but then I'm not sure what that's really about.
Yeah, it was interesting. We'll have to ask some of the other roller guys when we bring them on here. Well, let's wrap this baby up. How about you throw together a real beautiful outro for everybody here? You know, we never did an intro, but you've been listening to the All About Pigeons podcast. In case you didn't know what you clicked on.
Yeah, I don't know.
This whole time I thought it was the forensic files. What are these guys talking about? Cloacas?
Right, we just been all over the place.
So it sounds like it's like the Beavis and Butthead watching music videos. We're just a couple of immature guys giggling at cloaca videos.
This has been another All About Pigeons podcast. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I don't think that even works.
Well, we do got other social media platforms, people. Check out the YouTube.
What do we have?
TikTok. I'm doing different wild release ideas with my pigeons right now, so just trying to let more people see these when I'm dumping them out in parking lots and whatever. We got our TikTok, we got Instagram, the
Twitter, X, formerly known as
social media platform formerly known as Twitter. But yeah, we do appreciate the reviews. It does help the podcast, you know how algorithms are and stuff like that. So
and we need like how many YouTube likes do we need? Subscribers on YouTube do we need?
I think I don't know. I know TikTok.
It's got to help us out with this. I know everybody listening has a YouTube account. You need you to go and subscribe to our channel.
Right.
And give it, click on the notifications so we do it every week. Sometimes we do it more than that. Just depends on what's going on. But we need your help because we want to do some live interviews on YouTube at shows and stuff. And we need to have a certain amount. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but I think if everybody just takes a moment and gives click, we should get there pretty easily, I think.
Yeah. And it's the same with TikTok. We can't go live on TikTok until you hit a certain amount of followers. So, and the YouTube one especially, because that'll be a good way. Because right now we'll do live on Facebook, but we can't really. It's gonna be better if we can do it on YouTube. Then we could do live comments while we're interviewing people and stuff. It'd be really fun.
I think bottom line is whatever platform you like the most, make sure that you're subbing on that one because we're not going to get there if you don't help us out. So.
There it is.